Hello students, welcome to Karnataka Sanchara channel. Today we are covering a massive review of key literary chapters and poems. We will look at the comedy of village life, the deep philosophy of barriers and high sea adventures. I'll be going through the essential questions and answers you need to know with a little extra context for each. So let's dive in. Part 1, Village Cricket Match. A humorous look at the chows of a local cricket match where everything that can go wrong does. Question number 1. How did Mr. Pollock finally catch the last ball? Answer is he caught it after several awkward attempts. The ball finally stuck in his coat pocket. This highlights the accidental and clumsy nature of the game. It wasn't a clean catch, but it was counted. What fatal mistake did Hodge make? He ran to fetch a ball hit into a field with a bull. The bull chased him, wasting time. Hodge's lack of awareness turned a simple play into a dangerous and time-consuming chase. Next question. How does the writer take a dig at government officials? By showing them as slow, confused and inefficient. They delay decisions and create confusions. The author uses the match to satirize how bureaucracy often complicates simple situations. What behavior showed that Livingstone, Pollock and Southcott were tensed? They argued and shouted instructions. They behaved nervously and impatiently. As the game reached its peak, their professional composure crumbled into raw, nervous energy. Next is, why did not Sexton and the postman take a run when it was possible? They were confused and hesitant. They failed to take quick decisions. Their lack of communication led to a frozen moment where they missed a clear opportunity. Next question is, why were the three batsmen running for a run? Due to misunderstanding and panic. Each thought the other had called for a run. This is the visual climax of the comedy. Three people running toward the same spot in total confusion. Next question. How did Mr. Hodge disagree with the dictum? He acted on impulse instead of following rules. He chased the ball without thinking. Instead of playing by the book, Hodge let his instincts and the bull take over. Next, why did the baker have to run for the blacksmith? To pass a message urgently, there was no proper communication system. This shows the primitive, small town setting where physical running was the only way to talk. Next question is, what mistake had Livingston made earlier in the match? He hit the ball carelessly. This caused unnecessary confusion. One reckless shot set off a chain reaction of errors for the entire team. Next question. What does the ball battling against the chief invention mean? It shows man versus technology. Highlights comic struggle between ball and machinery. This metaphor illustrates the funny side of modern tools clashing with simple sports equipments. Next lesson is Mending Wall. Robert Frost's classic poem about why we build walls and whether we actually need them. Question. What does the speaker let the neighbor know? That nature dislikes walls. Walls are unnecessary between neighbors. The speaker observes that the ground swells and the sun causes stones to fall as if nature itself wants the wall gone. What are we walling in and walling out? We wall in fear and suspicion. We wall out friendship and understanding. This explores the psychological barriers we create that keeps us isolated from others. Next question is, how do hunters disturb the wall? They knock down stones while hunting rabbits. Hunters create gaps in the wall not out of spite but simply to please their barking dogs. Next question is, why does the narrator repair the wall every year? To meet his neighbor due to tradition. Ironically, the wall that keeps them apart is the only reason they come together once a year. Ironically, the wall that keeps them apart is the only reason they come together once a year. Next question is, how does the poet show the futility of the wall? Nature keeps breaking it and there is no real need for it. Frost points out that the wall serves no purpose since there are no cows to keep contained. Next question is symbolic significance of the wall. Human barriers and divisions, lack of trust. The wall is a physical manifestation of the emotional distance humans keep between themselves. Next question is why does the speaker call mending a game? It is done mechanically without understanding its purpose. He views it as an outdoor sport or an extra player on each side of the line. Next question is two opposing ideas of neighbors. Speaker walls unnecessary. Neighbor tells good fences make good neighbors. So this represents the clash between progressive thought and old-fashioned tradition. Why is the neighbor compared to a Stone Age man? Because he blindly follows old ideas. He resists change. The neighbor moves in darkness, carrying stones like an ancient savage. Next question is, what does the speaker resent? What does he want? He resents unnecessary barriers. He wants openness and friendship. The speaker craves a connection that isn't dictated by a line of rocks. Next, argument to convince neighbor. There are no cows to control. Apple trees won't cross boundaries. He uses logic, saying his apple trees will never eat the neighbor's pine cones. Next one is Sonnet 73. Shakespeare's beautiful reflection on aging and why love grows stronger as time runs out. Question. 4 stages of man's life. Childhood, youth, middle age, old age. The poem uses seasons and times of day to mirror the progression of a human life. Next question. What must everyone resign to? Everyone must resign to old age and death. The poet emphasizes that mortality is an unavoidable part of the human journey. Meaning of as after sunset fadeth in the west. Life fading towards death. This imaginary suggests the twilight years of a person's life where the light is dimming. Next question is bare ruined choirs meaning. Lifeless old age and loss of youth. It compares the speaker's aging body to old, empty church ruins where birds used to sing. What makes love stronger? Answer is awareness of approaching loss. Knowing that time is short makes us cherish the people we love much more intensely. Next question is comparison for night of life. Sunset, twilight, dying fire. These metaphors all represent the final stages of energy and light before total darkness. Next question is describe autumn of speaker's life. Nearing old age, limited strength and time. Like leaves falling from a tree, the speaker feels his vitality is slipping away. Next one is Treasure Island, the ultimate adventure story involving Jim Hawkins and the cunning Long John Silver. Question. What did Jim and his mother take from Billy's chest? Answer is money owed to him and a packet with papers. They only took what was fair, but the papers turned out to be the legendary treasure map. Next question. 2 acts of Jim's bravery. He overhears pirates' plan and he helps save the ship. Jim often acts on his own, showing maturity beyond his years in dangerous situations. Next question. Why did pirates serve the black spot on Silver? To accuse him of betrayal. The black spot is the official pirate summons or a sign of being deposed from leadership. Next question is why did the doctor give stockade and map? To mislead pirates and to gain advantage. This was a strategic move, giving the pirates what they wanted to distract them from a bigger plan. Why and how was Ben marooned? For his misbehavior, left alone on the island. Ben Gunn was punished by his crew and had to survive on the island for years. How did Jim escape to the island? By cutting the boat loose and sailing alone. Jim's daring escape shows his resourcefulness and his willingness to take risks. Next question is to Captain Flint's. A pirate captain, the ship named after him. Captain Flint was the feared pirate who buried the gold and his name lived on through his legacy and his parrot. Next question is who was called Barbecue and why? Long John Silver. He ran an inn. Silver's nickname comes from his profession as a cook, masking his dangerous identity. Silver's treacherous plan. Answer is to steal treasure, betray both sides. Silver is a master manipulator, always looking for the path that leads to the most gold. Next question is, why were Silver and Jim accused? Answer, suspected betrayal and they acted independently. Neither the pirates nor the honest men fully trusted them because they both played their own games. Now next part is Ulysses and the Cyclops. A tale of wits where the hero must outsmart a giant monster. Question How did Ulysses blind the Cyclops? With a heated wooden stake and while Cyclops was asleep. Using a simple tool and the element of surprise, Ulysses overcame a much stronger foe. How did Ulysses introduce himself at the end? He revealed his real name proudly. After being nobody, his pride forced him to reveal his true identity, which brought him more trouble. Next question is, how did Ulysses help men escape? He tied them under ship. This clever trick allowed the men to slip past the blinded Cyclops as he felt the backs of his flock. Habitation showed strength, not skill. Justify. Rough caves, disorderly living. The Cyclops were uncivilized. They had no society or laws, only their raw power. Next question. How did Ulysses describe his wine? Sweet and strong, magical in effect. The wine was so potent it was used as a weapon to make the giant fall into a deep sleep. Next question. Gift offered by Cyclops. Gift offered by Cyclops to eat Ulysses last. A grim and terrifying gift that showed the Cyclops' lack of mercy. Next part is to a pair of Sarus cranes and consumerist culture. Question. Contrast between death of cranes. Answer is male violent death, female death by grief. One death is a physical act of cruelty, the other is a slow emotional fading. Next question. End of female crane suggested. Emotional death, she follows her mate in spirit. Her grief is so intense that she can no longer survive in the world without her partner. Next question. Why did female sit on blood-stained feathers? Out of grief and loyalty. She tried to hatch the blood as if it were an egg, showing her desperate hope. Next question. How was the majestic neck humbled? Stuffed into a coarse back. This image represents the total lack of respect the hunters had for a beautiful creature. Next one. What did the female do after killers left? She mourned silently and remained near her mate. She stayed in the same spot, consumed by her sorrow until the very end. Next one. Negative impact of free market economy. Answer is exploitation, loss of self-reliance. Modern systems often value profit over people, making individuals dependent on global systems. Dream come true for US returned Indians. Answer is access to global brands. The shift in the economy meant they could find the same luxury items at home as they found abroad. Next one is author's criticism of buyers. Blindly follows advertisements, lacks originality. People are criticized for buying things because they are told to, not because they need them. Next question is success story of Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Powerful advertising, brand image. Their global dominance is a result of marketing that sells a lifestyle, not just a drink. That concludes our comprehensive literature review. I hope these questions, answers and descriptions give you a solid foundation for your studies and help you appreciate these stories on a deeper level. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends or classmates. If you have any questions about these chapters, leave a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into your curriculum. Keep reading, stay curious, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.